Power 106, Big Boys Neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. It's Kanye Day in the neighborhood, man. And we just had to break it to commercials because we've been sitting here talking with Kanye, and I wanna make sure that we share everything live on air, man. And I was just sitting here with the neighborhood, and I was like, man, I said one day I'm gonna take my phones, everything, and I'm gonna break them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't wait till I get to that point. And no disrespect to anybody, I know people love Instagram, Facebook, and everything, but I would love to just take everything and break it. Right. And Kanye, you were saying how you didn't have a phone for like.
Yeah, I didn't have a phone for 3 years. Only when I got my phone is when I saw Kim on the internet with Kris Humphries, and I was trying to call her from Abu Dhabi where we were recording Pusha T album out there.
And so when you say you saw her with Kris, was that more of you trying to like, had you been on Kim for a second already?
I wanted to marry that girl from the first time I saw her, and I just had to wait through a bunch of relationships to finally get my chance. Yeah. Man,
were y'all friends? Were like when she was with Kris, are you one of the cats that you would kind of talk to her like, oh, it's okay, or it's, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying.
But you guys were y'all always kept in touch, like y'all were cordial.
He was there.
I knew
her
her.
Friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But could she have bent your ear with a problem?
Did she do what?
Could she have bent your ear, like if there was a problem, could she have called Kanye her friend?
Yeah, I was a friend.
Right. Was it too painful though? Was it love painful? Like, man, did you tell her like, girl, one day I'm waiting?
It's just patience.
Right.
You know, it's certain things you're like, yo, this is what's right for me, and this is what I should be doing, and you gotta be patient, and you gotta, speak about it. And you can only express it in songs like "Lost in the World." I wrote like this poem to her, and it ended up being the lyrics for "Lost in the World."
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And did she know that poem was for her at that time?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. This is the one time I'm getting a little palsy Kanye right here. Like, hold on, let me see. All right. So fast forward, man, to where everything is clear. Who makes the call that says, you know what? Let's go out. Let's become a couple, or let's grab some dinner. Like, who's the most persistent?
It's funny because us just going out instantly makes us a couple.
Right.
We went out one time, and that was like the shutdown of everything else. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you trip off of how many people really care about your and Kim's relationship?
It's one of those ones where you say, wow, we have relevancy. And, what can we do, with that to influence the world in a positive way? Mm. That's the way I look at it. How can I make, these photo shoots, look better? How can I, and then she'll be like, how can we go to like this homeless, shelter and like, give back to the community? So I'm an artist. So my thing is all of like visuals, aesthetics, because I believe that that's something, a gift to the world. Like Karine Raphael said on my girl's birthday, she said, and she was the editor of French Vogue. Now she has her own magazine called CR. She said, in my industry, beauty is a talent. People used to be like, what is she talented at?
Right.
What does she do?
She's talented at being beautiful. Like if you go to a club and it's a bunch of beautiful girls, you might say it's a bunch of talent in here.
Right.
That is a talent.
Extremely talented.
Yeah.
Believe man, now let me ask you this, man. Now you keep saying your girl, my girlfriend, like that's your fiance now. Is it hard to believe, or is it hard to say? Not hard, but now you're engaged, man.
Yeah, people used to say wife as soon as we like what's going out. Like, that's your wife, that's your girl. I think, once we're married, I'm going to still call her my girl.
Right.
Because it's kind of like this comparison to some people are in love, but they don't like the person they with. Mm-hmm. And it's something that's very like when you say my girl, like, because you could say my wife sometimes in a negative connotation.
Yeah,
it has like wife. You have my wife,
Yeah, can't go my wife.
It's just whatever you feel like. It's like I said before, these titles, it's like, what it is, the emotional connection you got, that gut feeling you got. People could talk all around stuff, but what's your gut feeling? What do you like? What do you feel?
All right, Kanye, I want you to get in the car with me now. Mm-hmm. All righty? Get in the car with Big Boy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take you down a path. All righty? Now, you proposed at a baseball field. Mm-hmm. What was the symbolic reason, if there was, for proposing and shutting down and doing it at a baseball field?
I just thought it would be dope.
Yeah. And they were now media says it's about 200,000 just to start with something like that. Are they correct or are they off?
Oh no, I'm not. I don't run down the cost of anything that I pay for like that. Like I said, it's like.
Could I do it though?
Nah, because
not really.
what I'm saying
Well,
is,
big.
it's all relative. You know what I'm saying? It's like what they try to distract you with celebrity, income. Meanwhile, we arguing about who got the most of the least. Who got this car, who got this house, but at the end of the day, we just playing in a bigger slave field. Meanwhile, other people can really make product, cause it ain't too many celebrities with a boat on that barge out in Greece. When the Russians come through and got like those boats and everything and stuff, it's like it's a different. So I can't even go for me because I see what it's supposed to be like on some Harriet Tubman, like I you know what I mean?
Did you plan the proposal as far as I want the orchestra, I want the baseball field? Was that a Kanye plan?
Yeah, I planned all that out.
Really though?
It's very much like a Donda exercise. Cause I'll sit with like my team of creatives, and we'll say, what's the best version of this? The best version of this? How can we get this? Okay, we want Lana Del Rey. Oh, she ain't show up. Okay, we're gonna do the orchestra to do it. We want this. We want that. So.
Did Kim know?
I think Kim just knows everything.
Right.
But
the effort, everything is 100%. Like, I would love that. If there's not a surprise element, that would be small to me. Just actually being there and, just the grandiose of everything.
That's the thing. It's not a surprise. When 5 years, 10 years from now, when I'm creating amusement parks, that's not gonna be a surprise to y'all. Y'all just gonna go experience it. It's gonna be dope.
Right.
When I'm making films, it's just gonna be dope. And like it's like she knew I was eventually gonna ask her, to marry me. I just had to get that ring right. I worked with 4 different jewelers. 3 rings were made. Only one actually hit the finger with Lorraine. She came through. And the ring, actually, I changed it the night before. That ring was less than 4 hours old by the time I gave it to her. So,
Fresh ring.
Were you nervous?
I was nervous a little bit, but it was more just everything happening on cue.
Were you upset with anything?
Yeah, man, they didn't have the lights exactly like I wanted it to be. Because I'm arguing with the guy who put it together for me. He's talking about, man, it need to be more romantic. And I said, it's a baseball field.
Right.
What you talking about? If I wanted to be romantic, I would have went to a small restaurant or something like that. And then I gotta apologize to the race of males for turning up so much like that.
Really?
Man, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm glad I got mine out the way on the real, because I proposed to my wife at Mariah Carey concert. I'm cool with Benny Medina, so I just pulled some strings, and it sounded good. Like, I proposed to her at Mariah Carey. So in my world, that's large.
Yep.
Right.
If I would have came after this, I would have had to be at a Dodger game and just say, hey, baby, will you marry me? Nothing's on the monitor. You know what I'm saying? Like you elevate the game horribly
Set the bar high for
when
everyone
you
else.
do something like that.
Hey, you remember on Black Skin I said, they doing that. Doing that, like that line right there.
And we not.
Yeah. What I'm saying is I apologize for having to turn up so much. But, people looking at me crazy on Jimmy Kimmel. I said, I'm a creative genius.
Right.
Right? Because you ain't supposed to say that. You ain't supposed to word it like that. You ain't supposed all that. I said, I'm about to turn up on y'all. I'm about to turn all the way up on y'all because y'all think it's a game. I'm gonna hit these interviews. I'm gonna bring Jesus out on stage. I'm gonna just do whatever come to my mind. I'm gonna prove to y'all that this ain't just some rap stuff. That this ain't just something that you could classify like this. I'm gonna prove to y'all that anything that y'all reading of a negative connotation towards me is just a distraction. All I ask for the paparazzi is to give me respect. When I'm leaving a restaurant with my girl the other night and they holler, what's up with that prenup? You trying to antagonize me. You trying to get the mad face. You ain't gonna get that moment out of me no more though. I'm trying to put all that energy, all that passion into raising my family and into building my company. That's my main focus. And you know what, paparazzi, I understand you got to get your money, let's do this cordially because we got to walk down this hallway every day.
Go ahead now, man. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna run a couple commercials right here. I'm gonna come back, man. I really want to talk to you about the paparazzi also, man. It seemed like that's got to be a problem in your life. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get up, if you just want to run to the store, you can't. Y'all stick around, y'all radios. We got Kanye West in the neighborhood, Big Boys Neighborhood Power 106.